What's up? What do we got here? Just my chat filter. See them all. What we got in here tonight? Well, we'll give it some time before people start jumping in. I guess in the meantime, we can check out some hardware. Sure, our bolts are all good. What's up, Chevy? How you doing tonight? Boy, this has turned into a project and a nightmare like you couldn't believe. Yeah, I thought I got the wrong size. Hey. Got the wrong size bolts. Doing the power steering conversion on the car, and of course nothing's ever an easy conversion, easy swap. Found out I need to upgrade, replace my brand new sway bar, which means probably end up having to replace the rear one too. But if I go on with one style bar, I'm gonna go with the same style in the back. You know what I mean? I gotta go with the Hotchkiss muscle car bar for the front. Probably use the same one for the rear, which is a better bar anyway. And then my control arms, gotta change them because I need 3.5 degrees caster minimum. This car stock will only give you 1.5 degrees. So now I gotta go out and buy tubular upper control arms and who knows what else I'm gonna find just because I wanted to go back to power, because I wanted a power steering car. You know what I mean? It sucks. But now I'm trying to find bolts. Got the wrong one, so I gotta take these back. And these little suckers are like $6 a piece. You know what I mean? So, yeah, as you can see, we got her all torn apart down here. Steering box is just hanging on. It's only got a couple of bolts in it. I know those bolts are good. You know? Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, but it'll be worth it when it's done because the car will be done right. It'll handle like a dream. It's not gonna waller all over the place like these Impalas do. You know what I mean? But wrong bolts delays me another day. I still gotta go to the parts store. Still gotta buy all the parts. It's a good thing Summit's right around the corner. Yeah, these are all the wrong size bolts. Problem is, I don't. Probably gonna have to special order the bolts because I can't seem to find them in stock anywhere at the correct length. So before I leave tonight, I'll pull a couple of things back apart, slap the bolt out of there, see how it is. But if I get enough people in here, I'll do a little unboxing. Otherwise, I'll just save it for the video camera and do it that way. You know what I mean? Problem is, I'm doing it while everybody else has got their lives going on, so the people that normally would jump on my channel, they're elsewhere. You know how it is. I don't sweat it. They come here and hang out or do what they want to do. I don't really care. That's the problem with trying to do it around other people's schedules. You know, everybody wants to do their thing. And everybody does their thing around the same time. Well, I used to wait around and work around people's things, but you know, you gotta do it. You gotta do you, you know? Gotta worry about number one. Can't worry about everybody else all the time. You know? But we do got the wall going up. Jorgensen ICT, Ron Francis Wiring, Luddy's. A lot of people jumping on board lately. That's pretty cool. How is your car coming? See, you've been doing some work on the Suburban, or the Tahoe a little bit there. Looked like some radio work or sound work when I was last seen it. Hey, I just hit people up, man. I don't wait for them to come to me. If there's something I need, I'll hit them up. I don't ask for nothing for free either. That's the one thing I've noticed. I will get listened to before anybody, before a lot of things, because I'm not asking for it for free. And I'll straight up lay it out. Hey, I'm looking for some help, man. You know, I don't want it for free. Discount works for me, man. You know what I mean? But these guys that just did the fuel tank. It's what I got sitting over here in the box. Tanks. I hit them up, let them know about some plans that are going on, showed them a bunch of pictures, and said, hey, you know, I need a fuel tank. What can you guys help me out with? And they said, oh, well, we can give you X amount of discount. Hey, that's cool. Let's rock with that. So I got a brand new fuel tank, EFI fuel tank. Not a retrofitted one, and Bolton, they're trying to modify, and they got them for your G-bodies too, but not trying to modify a regular sending unit to adapt to like a Holly fuel pump or whatever. This has got its own fuel pump. It's got a floatless sending unit. It's got baffles in the tank, it's not a bad way to go. And if I'd have paid full price for it, I'd have had the same money in a Holly. Just a pump and sending unit. You know? And I got a brand new, I think it's supposed to be a stainless steel tank. I can't remember what I read, to be honest with you. So right now we're just going to call it a steel tank. It could be stainless. Um, they got trap door accesses that you can put in, lift them up, pull the pumps right out of the tank. 'Cause you know, a submerged pump is better than a frame pump. The external frame pumps, which man, I got one. Anyone looking for one? Got a brand new fuel pump, 340 liter or something like that. It's not them cheapy pumps either. Uh, but a what is it? A fuel pump. Hold on. Turn something on. So a fuel pump that is in the tank is way better than a pump that is on the frame. It's going to be in the tank, it's going to be cooled by the gasoline. No chances of possibly running it dry. It's just, it really is the best way to go. There's really not many strings attached to this deal. This was a pretty good deal. And I told them straight up, if your stuff's garbage, I'm going to let people know. You know, I'll promote them a little bit, but I'm not signed into a contract where I have to do this, or I have to do that. You know what I mean? What's up, Jaybird? So, I don't have to do it. If I don't want to do it, I don't have to mention them. I'll mention them because they help me out. You know? I got money in it. They didn't give it to me. But I see what you mean. A lot of these companies, they want you to jump through hoops and they want you to jump through that. I don't do that. Hey Joe, you make any headway in that little project we were talking about? You gotta check this guy's channel out, man. He's let me do something. He's got some good stuff. Well, Chevy had got some good stuff over there. He's at a Regal, I think, or Cutlass. One of those two. You know, he's another guy, you know, support people who want to learn, especially younger guys. If you guys want to learn and get in, we'll get you in. We'll teach it. You know? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff opened up so I can do my little spiel. You know what I mean? Ah! Use my pretty show car workbench. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing like a workbench with a slick paint job, right? why we protect it. Put it on the fan, I think. I tell you what, guys, I bought one of them little V-board, little $99 heaters. I love that thing. This is a big garage. It's 36 by 50. It's a big building. It heats it. It does a decent job. I mean, it doesn't make it warm. It knocks it off to where I can be out here. And it's 18 degrees outside, and I'm in here in a hoodie. It's good enough for me. My hands ain't cold. I like it. It was cheap. Just don't do what I did. Make sure you buy the one with the power inverter that comes with it, because that little sucker's like $60 if you buy another one. You know what I mean? I think this thing's flaming out on me. Let me go look at something. I gotta make sure it ain't doing what it did last night. That was my fault it did what it did. Battery charger come undone. Ah, dang it. The garage floor's clean. Battery charger come undone. So, yeah, it's 42 degrees in here. This guy, Joe got a 68 wagon. Chevy wagon, man. Kind of jealous. I always wanted a wagon. About ready to give up on this. Paint's so slick it keeps sliding right off. I won't put that polyboard on there because that is a metal tank and it will damage something. Ooh, it's a white one. Huh. That's cool. I know what's in here. But do you? I'm gonna give a little clue. There's the packing list. They don't let me have knives. I hurt myself. I graduated from safety scissors. That's thick tape they put on here. Here to start fire with. This, we're going to go with all the small stuff first, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Really should have grabbed the knife. You even need a knife. What do we got here? Alright. So, these tanks all run off of a 5-bolt system. This is a universal. I just had to let them know how long I needed. It's an 11-inch floatless pump, floatless sending unit. So, that is the most accurate. It can wave, go all over the place. They're designed more or less for boats. But you put them in a car like this, your tank's always going to be accurate because they're designed to rock all over the place. You know what I mean? Floatless sending unit. Like I said, it's all a 5-bolt design, so you just, but I can buy these things anywhere. But I figured it'd be best to go with the ones they recommend. They sell the tanks, they sell the equipment, buy it all from the same place. Plus, their stuff's supposed to be high quality anyway. Now, the only thing I will say is, if you want to support anything more than 650 horsepower at 70 psi, you are not going to want to run their pump because it's not that kind of pump. If you want to run a turbo motor and everything else, it's pushing 700 horsepower, 1,000 horsepower, it's not the pump for you. But another thing that's a standard style pump. So you can either run them on the tanks, run them on the side. This one will run on the tanks. So this is an intake style pump. But what's universal on it is it's another 5-bolt design. I forget how many liters an hour this pushes. I have to look it up. But it's the biggest one they got, pushes the most fuel, and at 70 psi, which I'll never run 70 psi anyway. It'll support 600 horsepower, 650. Obviously some assembly required, but as you can see, vent tubes, electrical hookups. So all your wiring pushes right through. It's a standard style in-tank pump. So if you break down, pull your tank out, there you go. I like to see how you get a 12 valve Cummins in a S10. But get your screen, get your wiring harness, filter, and most people don't read instructions. I do. Follow your instructions. How to set it up, how far to keep it off the bottom of the tank, all that stuff. So, it'll take a little work on the ground before we get it going, but we'll get it going. Fire paper. Filler neck. That's very vehicle specific. Huh. You sent me something for the wall. That up here in a little bit. Oh, that's good. It's actually a small one. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Alright. Drop it all back in the box here a minute. Alright, this is the piece I've been wanting to see. And we got another cardboard box and we got to cut it up and lay on it. Really need to grab a knife the next time. Alright. Well, I can't tell if that's stainless or not. Definitely coated with something. Get in here. Oh, okay. Bulk kit. sealing rings for the sending units and gas pump. And pressure valve, check valve. Basically a rollover valve, so now the car is actually kind of safe. That's cool. Show you what's nice about these tanks. I've used their stuff in the past, so I really do kind of know what the quality is. I've actually got some of their stuff in some of the other vehicles around here. Definitely a painted tank, but it's painted nicely. Anyway. Alright. There's where your fuel pumps mount. Simple bolt-in. Man, the finish on this thing is nice. It's like automotive paint on here. Seriously, that is painted. The one that's underneath the car has got like a real dull gray coating on it. This thing actually looks quite nice, to be honest with you. I mean, you guys can see, that's actually a really nice finish on that. I'm really impressed. It's definitely got a clear coat on it. Chevy, if you're gonna buy a tank, man, this thing, honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys, man, this tank was like $300. Like retail price is like $300. That's about what you're gonna pay for a good tank anyway, through a parts store or anywhere you go. And you're set up with fuel injection already. Alright, I do not see maybe it does have it, I don't know, let me check. Alright, so it does have baffling in it. Right here, right in this general area right here, where the tank does go in, or where the pump goes in, it does have a baffle in there for it to sit in, so it's always submerged, which is good. Kind of hard to show it because it's all sealed up in there. But you look at it, these dimples right here is where that baffle is. So it's basically in this section right here, this basically this third. It's actually really nice. What's up, Mike? I really like that. Matthew, what's up, man? Yeah, so I was just telling these guys, so we got this stuff from Tanks Inc. Um, I have a brand new tank in the car, but it's a factory tank, factory style. So, in order for me to go EFI and put the internal pump and everything in it, I have to spend either get something from Holly, which is there's very few people that offer a drop-in unit, and then we're still dealing with a tank that doesn't have no internal baffling. And then I have to modify, and even if let's say I built the sending unit myself and modified my sending unit, put a pump on the extended it, put a pump on the end of it, I'd still have to drill through it, seal it up, all that other garbage. So I'll have that tank where someone else can buy it off me, and I'll give it to them for a deal. You know, there's not much in it. This tank's already set up for the EFI. It comes with a floatless, right, so the 300 for the tank, and we're talking strictly 61 to like 64 Chevy Impala. Okay, I think it's actually 58 to 64 that the tank works, but specifically this tank. So this tank, the tank itself is right around $300. So here I can tell you how much it was. God, I had that on me. All right. No, it's just got the list. It doesn't have the. Anyway, so let's just call it right around $300. The sending unit was 140 something, and it's a floatless unit, which is great. Like I said, it doesn't have no gauge wobble or nothing like that. You do have to purchase it in your own resistance and everything else. The fuel pump is what they call their GP4 fuel pump. Supports 650 horsepower. So all said and done, to buy it at retail price, if I remember correctly, my cart was right around 850 bucks. The fuel pump alone that you buy from Holly that supports 450 to 500 horse is just a drop-in unit for your factory tank. And then you still have all the issues of you've got an antiquated style sending unit, you got a lever arm sending unit, it floats around, your tanks wobble all over, your gauge is always bouncing. These old cars, they always bounced. So you still got that gauge you got to contend with. Some of the sending units, I don't know. It's that pump was $790 some if I'm not mistaken. That one pump alone is almost the same price as everything I have here, and all of this stuff carries a warranty on it. It's like, I forget what the warranty is. I probably should have looked it up a little bit better, but I'll update it. But they carry the same warranty that a lot of them carry. Yeah, Matthew, if you were in Cleveland, I would break you out. No, I'd get you into drag racing. It's a little safer. I'd take you right out here to Kuhnel Motorsports Park and turn you loose. Of course, you'd probably find a parked car and hit it because you think it's in a demo derby, but we just got to put barricades around you on the Put barricades around you in the pit lane so you're not running into people. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my spiel on these tanks, guys. Check them out. Alright, that part's done for the camera. So, what's everyone got going on tonight? Mike, what you been up to? Yeah, Mike, it's expensive, but to be honest with you, if you need a new fuel tank because you should rot it out, how much you gonna pay for a fuel tank? $200? You know? By the time you buy a fuel pump, I mean, Christ, a fuel pump for a Chevy truck is almost $400 now. So it's like buying car parts for a normal car anymore. You know what I mean? So, how much was the fuel pump from Rock Auto? And to be honest with you, most of the fuel pump price on this pump was because of the sending unit I had to buy. If I wanted to replace the pump, I can buy a drop-in pump unit. It goes right on the end. Seriously, how much was the fuel pump for the Mustang? If you don't mind sharing that. It was $240 some for that pump. Oh, nah, you put me on a cliffhanger. Okay. What's up, lovely? It could be real bad. Oh, Mike putting everyone on. Alright. Fuel tanks, fuel cells, whatever. Gary, what's up, man? Just showing the fuel pump, the fuel tank that I got from Tanks Inc. today. Got one of their, like I was showing these guys earlier. I have never gotten a fuel tank that had a painted finish on it with clear coat. It's a painted finish. Never had them like that. One thing I do got to find out though is I think it's stainless. That is one thing I got to do. I do have to find out. Is it stainless? But Gary, you'll appreciate this. There's all your fuel pump and fuel sending unit holes in it. And it's baffled. These old cars never had baffled tanks. I know the last tank I bought off of them 20 years ago. Yeah, so the fuel pump assembly for this one is a 5-bolt. It bolts in, picks it up out, and it's got a cartridge style fuel pump on the end of it. So fuel pump replacement down the road will be cheaper because I can just go into the store and buy a fuel pump. I just gotta pay attention to what it runs. You know? Alright. That's not bad. Oh, like, lovely. No, we know he don't care about his safety. We know Matthew does not care about his safety. Matthew cares about having fun. He wants to live it up the rest of the time he's here. You know what I mean? So the assembly, you're talking like sending unit, pump, the whole deal. That's not bad. And what year's the Mustang? Here, I gotta put this back in the. Put it back over by its box. Yeah. This is basically what I ended up getting. Like I said, most of the price was probably in this. You just gotta. But it's got its wiring harness. It's got a roller valve too. But there's your fuel pump. It's like a standard fuel pump, man. It's who made it? Who made the pump? I'll tell you who made their pump. TI Automotive makes their pumps. Made in the USA. Man, look at that. I don't know if you can read it. Right there. I'll roll it. Made in the USA. I have not seen that on an automotive part in a long dang time. Okay, I'm proud of that. That's why it was more money, because it was made here in the United States. By a guy making a real living. You know? So they do have a GP6 pump, which I guess is, I'd have to look at their flow charts. They didn't have it in stock when I ordered, but let's be honest with you, this car will never see more than 650 horsepower. I'm not into, I'm not going to be out burning tires and drag racing and all that other garbage in this car. This thing's a cruiser. It's an Impala. It's meant to go slow, you know? I've never seen Cheech and Chong driving a car down the road at 80 mile an hour. They get pulled over for parking in the middle of the dang road. Doing 2 mile an hour. You know what I mean? See if we see any more stampings on these. Alright, so black line is your pickup. This line's your return. And then it's, like I said, it's got a vent. So, it's got a vent, got a fuel pump. Let me put that rollover valve in here. Ooh, I got a sticker for the toolbox. Anyone want a tank sticker? I'll send you one. Then you got a one-way check valve. Right. Right, 650 is plenty of horsepower. Most people don't realize this is back in the day when we were used to 130 horsepower on a small block V8. Late after 75, the horsepower just went straight off the deep end. You know what I mean? Corvettes had 180 horsepower on a Corvette. I mean, come on. There was nothing performance about that car back in the 70s and the 80s. You know? The average vehicle had 150 horsepower. So, alright. So, what was I getting at? Yeah, so there was like 150 horsepower and you were doing something. Most people that build a motor didn't realize that what they thought was really, really fast and really strong was only about 350 horsepower. You know? You put 600 down at the flywheel, you're gonna be putting 500 easy at the wheels. That's a lot of power, man. These guys can't keep the scat packs on the road at 600 horsepower. They keep crashing them things. Yeah, that's plenty of horsepower. I agree. I agree. Right. After 73, when the fuel embargoes, all that stuff, the EPA stepped in, and then it really got bad in 76 when they started mandating catalytic converters. Really robbed the horsepower. And I think 75, maybe 73, I can't remember. That's when they changed the valves over. When you pop the valve covers and you go on a corporate blue Chevy, you can see the different valve caps. That's how I can tell a set of that's how I can tell a set of heads right away if they're smog heads or not. I look at the top of the valves. If it's got that cap on there instead of a regular keeper, it's a smog head. Time to pull them apart, rip them apart, and port them, and do everything you can to make them suckers breathe because they're choked. Choked. Yeah, my dad tells me about that. He said he used to wait on gas for hours. Get there, you had a limit of, some places had a limit of 5 gallons. You couldn't buy more than 5 gallons. You had to ration your gas for the week. And, that's when you go out and buy a Chevelle 454 SS for a couple $100 because nobody wanted to drive the gas guzzler. They couldn't. They couldn't get to the end of their driveway and use their gas rations. Yeah, I hear it was pretty wild. Now, I'm going to let this run for a couple more minutes and I'm going to end up getting off because I'm hungry. And I'm getting cold. My heater shut off. It's out of fuel. Odd and even days. Okay, so explain the odd and even days to me. Would they go by the last number on your license plate? If you had an odd number, you won on Tuesday. If you had an even number, you won on Monday. In Gary's case, he always had an odd number because he's an odd guy, so. They weren't talking about your license plate number, Gary. When they said you're odd, no, they weren't talking about your plate numbers. They're talking about you. Yeah, so I know. I heard up here it was the license plate number thing or something along them lines. Start getting the wall together. Lottie's, Francis, me, ICT, Borgenson. And we got tanks. Tanks. We'll put that one up here in a little bit. I ain't putting it up tonight. Like I said, I want to pack this stuff up and get out of here tonight. I'm cold. I got some chili in the house waiting on me. If that'll warm you up, I don't know what will. Ah, my fingers. Even the filler neck is painted. And I got a floatless ending unit too, like they use in boats. Wife's at work. Okay, sorry. This kind of trips me out a little bit. Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I kind of like this design. Let me show you something here. You called it. Guess who was calling? See, it's painted. Now, this is an update. Definitely an update. What do you see on the inside of there? That's a vent tube. Man, mine were never vented. Hey, were you on the phone talking to her saying, hey, give him a call, he talking about eating. That's a vented filler neck. I like that. I like that. I really do. Not gonna lie. I can't answer. Alright, guys, I gotta go. Take it easy.